Hey, my name is Natalie. In this tutorial, I share with you how to make this complete WooCommerce website with the assistance of the Kadence Shop Kit plugin. It has amazing and fantastic features such as product category page from the menu, Wishlist, helping your shoppers to buy your products, variation swatches, order tracking for any user to track their orders, a custom and clean, modern, professional homepage with product category section, a testimonial area optimized for mobile devices, a blog page with this incredible blog page in a grid layout with taxonomies, custom menus with product category links, a section with most frequent questions, a product video, tips. The only paid tool is the Kadence Shop Kit plugin. To minimize the cost, I've arranged a coupon code for you. Just follow my link down below. I also have set up video chapters so you can skip over to the ones you must. Let's build up this from scratch. Hey and welcome! I am Natalie, the founder of siteswithnatalie.com, a website dedicated to helping WordPress community worldwide, providing educational services and encouraging innovation, creativity. On this channel, I make videos about WordPress. I also create Udemy video courses in this niche when possible, as I am a professional web designer and developer. My channel is mainly for WordPress lovers who are so passionate about WordPress as I am. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell icon as well. Let's get into this. Head over to your plugins area to add a new one and do a quick search for WooCommerce. Is this one? Click the button to install and wait a few seconds because you need to click once more to activate. From there, we now see the WooCommerce Setup wizard. I'm selling fashion and accessories. Click on the Continue button. If you upgrade the plugin, you have access to these additional settings. With WooCommerce Subscription plugin, you can create and manage products with recurring payments. Payments that will give you more revenue you can track and count on. Click on the Continue button. Find now how many products you want to display. To me is 10. I am not currently selling elsewhere. And the last wizard part is to define the theme. I go with the Kadence theme. The theme dictates the overall appearance of your blog or website. Themes can control something as vast as your site's layout or as the hyperlink colors and so on, and much more. The Kadence theme is a lightweight theme that helps your site to load quickly. It also offers far more design and customizations features that you will not find with most free themes. So what you are seeing here is the WooCommerce dashboard to check if you have received an order. I prefer to head over to the WooCommerce Settings tab on the left-hand side. It opens up several tabs. Click now on the General tab to explore these settings. On this page, you determine here the selling locations, the shipping, and the default customer address. You can enable or disable taxes. Disable taxes hides the tax settings page. You can also enable or disable coupons in your store. Coupons can be applied from the admin edit order screen, cart, or checkout pages. Scroll down to set the default currency for your store. Keep in mind only one can be selected. The remaining stay as they are since it's fine as it is. The product tabs are the product settings. These are the settings for shop pages, measurements, and reviews, allowing you to control checkout settings, select the units you want to use, and disable or enable product reviews and ratings. So we really need to configure this because it affects how my sneaker shop will behave at the front end. Make sure you tick the redirect to the cart page after the customer's addition. The placeholder image section is for use cases when the product has no image. It is the image where I'll use for placeholder images. I have set my shipping zones as you are viewing from the screen, the zone name and the zone regions. The shipping method is based on your store location. What I'm saying is, within United States, there is free shipping, and for regions outside the US, the shipping methods are not offered. The Payment tab controls which payment gateway you will be using. The free install gateways are listed here. You can drag and drop to control the order in which they display to your customers on the checkout page. Another way to set this up is to use the enable toggle to turn a gateway on or off. I just want to use this one, the cash on delivery. Under the account and privacy, you control here the options related to customer accounts and data retention. You are answering to questions like, do you want to allow customers to place orders without creating an account? I suggest you don't allow it. And about under the emails tab, this lists the email notifications for each order. Click on the complete order. These are the emails sent to customers. Make sure it is enabled. You don't need to configure anything because I have already set the website's name at the settings general. As you can see, this is the email template WooCommerce is using. It has already the site title here. So WooCommerce grabs the setting. The way you assign your website name is by going to Settings, General is where you assign your site title. Now what I want to do is to add a privacy policy page to my site. Privacy policy is a legal document that outlines how a website is hosted and how the website collects the user data. It's recommended to add a privacy policy page to your website. So to do that, head over to WordPress Settings, Privacy tab. You have two options. You can click on the Use This Page button to save the page as your privacy policy. Or you can also create on the Create button to generate a new privacy policy page. WordPress will automatically create a new page and open up for you to make changes. In WooCommerce, there are different WooCommerce product types. Having a simple product is similar to writing a post in WordPress. From the WooCommerce tab, click on the Add New. You have a familiar interface. So I copy and paste from my desktop the product name, description, the regular price, I set mine, and the sales price $129. The sale price is if you are offering a discount. I also had here my short description. On the right hand side, assign a product category. To add new, click on the Add New button. I define mine to and click on the Add New button. There you go. Under the product images, you define your image. So it could be this one, and you can also use the product galleries. Let's have 3 or 4. So could be this. Press Ctrl to press all at once. This one. And let's publish. Let's check now how it looks like. Let's adjust now the permalink settings. The permalink is the URL structure for the web address. It helps your visitors to efficiently navigate through your store. So let's change the URL structure for the best URL structure for SEO. So head over to Settings, Permalinks. Choose from plain to post name and save the changes. I have already added my product items from my shop. The only missing WooCommerce product type is the variable type, which we are going to create now. The main difference between simple and variation products for WooCommerce is that simple products have one single SKU and are shipped and have no variation or options. For example, a book. A variation products can have multiple variations options, each of which may have a different SKU or price. For example, a piece of clothing that's available in a variety of colors and sizes. So we click on Add New, give it your name, product image, a description, and under the product data, this is where we change into variable product. We assign the SKU, and I want to add here my short description quickly. Okay, category women. First, we need to create an attribute. Custom product attribute and click on the head button. Now we give it a name, size, and we enter here some text, medium and large, and I want to set it to use for variations and save it. So the next step now is to create variations. So click on the variation area and click on create variations from all attributes and then go. We receive this message, click OK. 3 variations has been added and now we must provide the prices, right? So click on this arrow, give it as SKU, price is $66, image is one, okay, close it, open the medium, give it an image, variation 66, close it, so the picture, the image could be the same one, okay, let's save the changes. And don't forget to publish, otherwise you won't see them. There it is, our new variation option with a small, with a clear bottom, medium, clear, choose an option. Okay, if for some reason you don't want to deal with the stock management options, it's very simple. You go to WooCommerce, Settings, under Products, Inventory, you just click enable or disable the stock management. Checking at the front end to view how it is looking my store. Looking good. This is just built-in with WooCommerce. Now let's enable the customer reviews. To enable customer reviews for WooCommerce, first make sure your e-commerce theme support it. To enable the built-in WooCommerce feature, head over to WooCommerce Settings, then select the Products tab at the top. Scroll down to make sure the Reviews field is checked. To test it, we go to the front end of the website and we visit the product page. Now at the back end, as long as the review is approved, it should show up in several locations. Each product page provides a review section. You can moderate the reviews there and delete any spam. This works much more like regular blog posts. So I type in my comment, and to finish the process, click the add comment. And if you check on the front end, it appears the review. If for some reason it does not show up, another place to see the reviews is under the comments area in the dashboard. Integrating a simple product wishlist feature provides your user with a convenient way of saving products they are interested in. Thanks to these features, your users will be more likely to buy their saved items in the future. So it's a win-win situation. So head over to your plugins tab to add a new plugin. Then do a quick search for his WooCommerce wishlist. You can fully customize the appearance of the wishlist. The free version offers lots of features and it's open source software, meaning that you can contribute if you are a hard coding person. Click the install button, and after it's done, click once more to activate. We quickly run the setup wizard. Click on the Let's Go button. Then we set the default wishlist name. I set it as it is. My wishlist create automatically. Click Continue. The button position, you can set up as after the Add to Cart, before, or a custom position with code. To me, is after the Add to Cart button. The text is fine, and press Continue. How products should be removed from wishlist automatically. And this is to allow people to, I want to skip this as I want to keep my store simple. I don't want to enable the support chat. And then to conclude the procedure, just click on Return to the WordPress dashboard, and we're done. To start building custom WooCommerce pages, I will be using the Kadence Shop Kit plugin, formerly known as Kadence Who Extras, to make the WooCommerce single and archive pages. This is a premium Kadence plugin. You can use it with any theme. It includes fantastic features such as template builder, advanced galleries, variation swatches, advanced reviews, and much more. If you are planning to buy it, please use my affiliate link. I will put it in the description section below, and I thank you for that. This shop kit extends WooCommerce features with 15 modules you can enable to make more powerful e-commerce stores. The great benefits of being modular is that you only activate the modules you are gonna use. If a module is not enabled, nothing will load from it, making it as lightweight as possible. I'm not going through all of these features since this is a complete e-commerce tutorial, not a plugin walkthrough. Once you have set your Kadence API key, let's start playing with the plugin. The plugin has this left tab. Let's dive in. Click on that. As you can see, these are all the available modules. Select Product Templates module to start building custom product templates. Enabled by toggle on, and save it. After that, don't forget to refresh it or press Ctrl R. And now, under the product tabs, you easily find it. Let's create one. Click on Add New, Single Product. Kadence Shop Kit I want to enable is the product slider gallery. You can choose a gallery type below, the thumbnails below, the thumbnails on the side, left, right, no thumbnails. You can also set by mobile devices, which is a great feature. So I want to enable thumbnail besides slider on the right, and everything else could be as it is. I want to enable and set here the snack bar style notices. This is to display a short message that is cleared out after a small delay. So I want to enable this, enable snack bar notice for cart page and for checkout. I also want to enable the variation swatches inside the shop kit. So you choose between 4 options. I go with the default one, but you can define otherwise as radio buttons or image and color swatches or taxonomy. Now that we have set up all necessary steps, let's move ahead to start creating a custom product page template. Overall, here it goes what I'm planning building up with the Shopkit plugin and the template builder all together. For the product page design, I want sections or areas with variation swatches, a FAQ area, advanced galleries, a video showcasing the product details, and a short size feature. You choose here the template and you give it wherever the name you want. We have access to 3 preview design templates. You can choose one of them. These are just placeholders boxes with different layouts. Click on the Start Blank. Inside the Gutenberg editor, the first thing I want to set is the template settings. To set it right, switch to Kadence template settings by clicking on this little pencil icon to the top of your screen. If you are familiar with Kadence theme elements, then this is a very similar procedure. The missing part to be set is the display settings. If for any reason you do not set it here, the template doesn't load. Under the display settings, you should set to be shown on single products. Switch back to the block settings by clicking on the gear icon. Starting from scratch inside the Gutenberg editor, let's drop in a Kadence row block with a layout of 2 equal columns. To the left column, I use the product image block. From the right sidebar, you can force it to fill the container. Inside the same row block, I drop in the Kadence Advanced Gallery block. Select your images from the media library. I go with these settings. I go with the grid layout with 2 columns. From the right sidebar, scroll down and find out first the Flex Align settings. We are aligning the blocks inside the container. You have 2 options, and make sure you set it as vertical so they lay out perfectly. Under the background settings, I define a light color. Below, you easily can enable the box shadow. I also want to showcase a product video with conditional display. Place after a Kadence video, place after a Kadence video pop-up block. From the right sidebar, let's configure this. Under video is where you specify the video type, YouTube or Vimeo or self-hosted. Under the video URL, I quickly copy and paste one of my video tutorials to serve as a demo. Under video poster, choose your image. Scroll down and find the conditional display section. Here's what I want to achieve. The video will pop up when someone clicks only if there is a link. Otherwise, it doesn't show up. So, enable conditional display. Conditional is the current post, and the compare type is not empty, and save it. For the right column layout, I want to put in the relevant product data with some fantastic functionalities, so my visitor gets all the product details. The first one, product title. The next block to drop in is the product rating block. I place the head to cart block. Under spacing settings, the only thing I want to tweak is to add the 2 pixels left padding. The next one is the product description block. Finally, I want to create a beautiful FAQ section resuming all about the product material. It's pretty easy. Let's jump in. I use the Kadence accordion block. So after quick styling behind the scenes, here is what I have done. It's really easy to make a section with the most frequent questions, and to me, it really makes sense. Usually, it's good practice to have a review section within the page. It's an excellent way to encourage the viewer to decide on what to buy. There is a couple of ways to do this. Drop in a new section block with 2 columns underneath. Then simply add in the product review block. A great tip I want to share with you. If you're stuck, there is an undo button right here. This is a one-step click undo action you can use to revert your work. Once you have clicked the undo button, just click once more to save the undo action and you are back to business. Here is one of the possible designs. Now it's really up to you. The last but not the least area is to suggest upsell products. So I create a upsell section. It's really simple. Keep in mind you need to set them up within the WooCommerce settings. You drop in a Kadence row block with a 1-column layout, the simplest one. The next step is to add the product upsell block, and from the right sidebar there is a lot of controls you can click through. I suggest you play around with them until you find your best options. Here are some control examples. You can limit the upsell items, you can style the products. You got spacing settings and a more advanced option in order to add a CSS class. Here is a sample to inspire you with. So we have finished the product page design. To recap, here it is what we have done so far. When the website loads, we view this beautiful shop page. Once you click on one single product item, we get this fantastic product page. It has a lot of great functionalities you can implement on your own website. Add to Wishlist feature, a grid WooCommerce product images, a video conditional display, a beautiful section holding the most frequent questions, a review section, and upsell. Now that we have completed the product page template, we need a stunning home page. To start off, we need to create a new page. So head over to Pages and click to add a new one. I call it Home and publish. Click twice. Then we need to set up inside the WordPress settings. So move over to Settings and click on Reading. The first field you set up here, your home page. So under the home page, choose your home page label. Once you have done, click to save your changes. You can check out if you have correctly configured by going to Pages, All Pages, and you should see next to your home page a label, Front Page. To start designing, click on the Edit link to open up in the Gutenberg block editor. The first section is the hero area. In order to design it, we need a cadence brew. We will creating an engaging slider right in the block editor with an easy to add overlay, layers and animation, and a clear call to action with awesome over effects. So click on the plus icon to place the advanced slider block. The next step is to add some images from my media library. So I quickly add them. There are so many different settings you can do to make your website really unique and really stunning. We can change from the right sidebar, the slider ratio, the autoplay speed. You can control the pause on over, meaning basic. Do you want them to stop while someone hovers on top of it? We can also control the transition type, fade or slide, the arrow style, to being as white on dark, black outlined, or none, or without any kind of color styles. As you can expect, it's really impossible for me to go through all the details and explain every single little thing. I also added a H2 heading inside your image. Click on the plus icon, search for advanced text. I go with forums to add an overlay color. I go with this dark color and then we adjust the opacity and press Ctrl from your keyboard to insert a new block. Inside my bottom, I want them when my user clicks on it, I want to redirect into the shop page. So to do that, I type here shop. When the visitor clicks, it will be redirected to the shop page. There you go. You really don't need to use another slider plugin. Kadence has its own block. The next section is to promote the shop offers and services, motivating more users to make a buy. So click on the plus icon to add a new block. One Kadence row block, so click on the plus icon to add a new block. One Kadence row with 3 equal columns. I use one of the most versatile Kadence blocks, the info box block. I like to use the list view, so open it up by clicking on its 3 lines at the top. Next, let's expand the row block. I want to use the info block. This block is a flexible way to display text and media content on your pages and posts within the block editor. You can configure it in many different ways from the right sidebar. You are capable of defining from different design layouts. I like to use this flexible block as it opens up ton of possibilities. For example, you could make a simple menu with icons and texts. It's entirely up to you. I choose the left align one. I make some background styling tweaks. I want my visitors to be redirected to the shop page, so I enter under the link section the shop page link and then press on top of the arrow icon. Super easy. Here it is the first one. To simplify my workflow, I duplicate it twice. Select the block from the block settings, click to duplicate the block. Then, using the drag and drop feature, I place them wherever I want, like this. There you go. I change the text and icons based on my own needs. The last step I want to make is to position the 3 boxes underneath the hero section. It's pretty easy. Just follow these 2 easygoing steps. Select the Kadence row block, and then from the right sidebar, just place a minus 150 pixels. Just like that, it jumps over to the top. I want to display my products category. Once someone clicks, they will be redirected to the shop page. So click on the plus icon and place a first a Kadence row for the heading. Then insert the advanced block text. Once it's done, insert then a 2 equal columns layout. Since I have got 2 different product categories. To design the product's landing page section, I use once again the info block. Change the media type to image and upload from your media library. I insert the first one category label and the image you select. I like to use the subtle image over animation. To do the linking process to a custom URL, we need to head over to WooCommerce product settings, click to view each product category. It seems difficult, but it isn't, so stay with me. Press Ctrl+C from your keyboard to copy the URL from your browser window and paste it inside the linking section. Just like that, super easy. Then, just duplicate the first block entirely and drag and drop to the right column. The next section will contain the headline. One simple way to do this is to simply duplicate the first page headline and then insert below by using this little icon. Let's insert now the featured product section with the WooCommerce shortcodes. WooCommerce comes with pre-built shortcodes. Shortcodes are, as the name suggests, short pieces of code that perform some sort of function. From the WooCommerce shortcode page, just copy and paste here the provided line of code. Basically, what it means is insert here 8 feature products. You can combine shortcodes and display multiple shortcodes on a single page. And that's it. Simple, effective, and functional. Last but not least is a testimonial section area. For the heading, place one single Kadence block. Then to streamline your workflow, just duplicate the previous heading and place underneath, just like that. Insert below a 3 equal Kadence row block. Do a quick search for the Kadence testimonials block. This is a must-have WooCommerce block. You set up the block style. I need to disable the occupation settings and I want to set up a border width. Duplicate the testimonials block twice and place to the next columns. Like this. Drop the block until you see a light blue color. Duplicate the row block so we display a lot of testimonials. Here's the section area we have just designed inside the WordPress block editor. Now that the home page has been completed, head over to the back end of the website to create the blog page with ease. First, we need to create a new page. So click on the pages and add a new one. Give it a name as a blog or journal. Next, we should set up inside the WordPress reading settings, just like we did it before the homepage. Navigate over to the settings and click to open the reading settings. Simply designate your new page as a blog page. Also determine the amount of posts you want to display and save the changes. The appearance of the blog page depends on the WordPress theme you are using. The WordPress theme I'm using is the free Kadence theme. To customize and define the settings that will apply globally to your post is through the customizer. Head over to Customizer, Blog Posts, Single Post Layout to find these settings. You can control these settings for each and every page of your site, which allows you to make custom landing pages with no header or no footer, or a box page with a sidebar, or even with a transparent header. You access these settings from within the post edit screen. So click on this little pencil icon in the top right corner. Once selected, you will see options to control the page layout. This is how you can enable or disable page titles, sidebars on a page-by-page basis, as well as to control the styling of the page, like enabling or disabling padding. Come back to the customizer, single post layout, as I want to show you the different solutions at your disposal globally. Under post title layout, you can designate to go between two layouts, the title in the content area or above the content area. You can control the post title alignment to left, center or right. Under the default post layout, you designate the post layout. At the moment, there's 5 layouts, so make sure you click through to find your desired layout. As for me, I go with the second. Scrolling down, you will find these fantastic settings to define on. Loop-related carousel with a number of related post columns, show comments, and with date. This is a simple way to disable comments. Most comments simply leave comments for backlinking and spamming purposes without any added value to your article. Kadence offers awesome looking related post sections. These related posts also will help to retain users on your site for a longer time. Choose between 2, 3 or 4 columns for showing related posts depending on your post layout selection. What you really can do, and I personally recommend doing, is to display the last updated post to help users understand the time relevancy of your content. In order to do this, under the title elements, click on the Meta option. This will open a drop down where you can enable the show date option. This will show the original published date of the post. Below that option, you enable the show last updated date to display the last updated date of your post or article. Another great tip I share with you is to load Google Fonts locally after a recent German court has fined the WordPress site owner for collecting the IP addresses with Google Fonts Setup. If you really like to use the Google fonts from the theme, I suggest you to load the fonts locally from your server. You can easily enable this in Kadence under General Performance section and by turning on Load Google Fonts Locally option. Another optimization setting is to enable below the preload CSS. This will help to preload the CSS files, improving the page loading speed in Google Page Speed. Now open up your Posts tab and start to write and publish your first post. Click on Posts, Add New. I suggest you delete these default Hello World post to delete it is quite simple. Just click on the trash button. You should also delete the trash. So to do that, select the bulk action and choose delete permanently. Then all you have to do is to click on the apply button. We are done. Click on the add new. Give it an engaging blog title. To start adding content, click on the plus icon. I go with a simple layout with paragraph and image blocks. I place a paragraph to start off. Just like that, I paste it in my dummy text. Now I want to insert an image. Place your cursor next to this word and press the Enter key. You now have access to the plus icon. Choose the Kadence Advanced image and upload it from the media library or from a URL. There you go. I recommend you use the taxonomy from within each blog post to create your custom taxonomies. To access it, click on the post and select categories and text sections. WordPress comes with two taxonomies called categories and tags. You can use them to organize your blog posts. What exactly is a taxonomy? In broad terms, any method of grouping of posts is known as a taxonomy. A category and tags are two methods of grouping posts that are present. Categories are best used for broader groupings of topics. Tags are much more specific topics that you want to use to associate a related content. It's a good practice to add a feature image. So, under the feature image section, don't forget to upload it from the media library. You can use a short excerpt below. This is basically a summary of a longer post, often avoiding the need to display the full content of each post. Let's take a quick check out to see how it looks like on the front end. So after refreshing the site, there it is, my first beautiful blog post. The first image is the feature image. It has this awesome design layout. Moving on, we need to create a contact page. The contact page is one of the most important pages on your website. It's one of the easiest ways to give your visitors a means of getting in touch with you. So add a new page, call it Contact Us. Don't worry, as you will insert a free Kadence template in a few clicks away. At the top there is a Kadence library. You can choose between one of these for designs completely free. I like this one. It's a simple layout with a form block helping the shoppers to get in touch with you. Wait a few seconds in order to import the content. You could customize it further somehow. However, I want to keep the video simple, so I leave it as it is. Moving on, I want to add a tracking order page. So add a new page called Tracking, for example, and we will do this by adding a shortcode. This is the WooCommerce shortcodes available. The shortcodes included with WooCommerce. You simply code this order tracking form shortcode and then paste it within a shortcode block. And then just paste inside there the code. Publish and you are done. This is so helpful for the shopper as it lets see the status of an order ID by entering their order details. Move over to the Menus tab to create the header menu. Type in your menu name, to me is main, and click on the Create Menu button. Once it has been created, you can check from the left-hand side all the available options. Select those you want to add to the menu by checking them up, and then click on Add to Menu. You can rearrange your menu structure by dragging and drop the menu links To display the products categories is quite easy. Just click on the screen options at the top and select product categories. Then from the left-hand side, select product categories and check all the product categories and click Add to Menu. Make sure you place them under the Shop menu link as submenus. Under the menu settings below, tick Primary Menu and save it. For the footer section, we need to create 2 extra menus with the help of an assistant of WooCommerce Endpoints. One for Shop, other a support menu holding additional options. Click to create a new menu, give it a name, Shop Menu. The Shop menu links are found under the WooCommerce Endpoints at your left-hand side. I select my account, orders, and logout. The My Account link is located in the main pages. Select it and save it. Click to create another menu now. I call it Support Menu. Click to create a menu. And once it has been created, find the 3 menu links. Shop, which is within the main WooCommerce pages, Tracking and Wishlist, and save the menu. Let's now head over to Customizer and Footer area. You can customize the copyright link. Let's adjust this. Click to expand. These are the placeholders ready to be changed. I only want to change the theme credit to Sites with Natalie. So I place the cursor inside the bracket and then I type in the text. Very simple. On the right-hand side, we view 3 rows. In the bottom row, we got the copyright message we have just changed. Click on the middle row now to set the footer layout. You designate here the number of columns. To me, I set mine to 3 equal columns. As for the remaining controls, you can click through until you fulfill your own needs. Under the Design tab, you determine here the widget's styling. Under Link Style, I go with Underline on Over. I like it. There's also this setting under Footer to keep footer on the bottom of the screen. You can enable or disable. Under the Widget section, you check here how many widget areas the theme have. Come back to General. To customize the footer with this theme is pretty easy. You just need to drag and drop items into your footer. Then you can adjust the settings of your added items by clicking the settings icon. It's that simple. Let me show you. Sometimes you face some issues when it comes to add widgets within the footer area. To prevent this, I'm gonna install a new free plugin helping us to deal with it. The plugin is Classic Widgets. Click twice to install, and once it has been done, click again to activate. You want to add the footer items to the middle row. Click inside there to bring in a widget. Once there, click now on the widget 1 to set it up. It expands. Click to add a widget. Select the one you want to insert. There are plenty of widgets at your disposal. I go with the custom HTML option. As title, you can enter your title. I go with About. For the content, I quickly copy and paste here my dummy text, just like that. Then what you can do is to click on the little pencil icon to customize it further. Make a minimum height of 400 pixels to the footer section inside the customizer. The middle column I hidden in another widget. The navigation menu. Click the plus icon and determine another widget. Then, to customize it further, click on the gear icon. You designate here the title and you select the menu. And it's here you define to collapse the submenu items. Enabled. Click Done. For the right column, I want to have the product categories. So click the plus icon and add in another widget. Select the item you want to analyze, and once done, click Done and publish your work. You should always check if your store and website is mobile friendly. Here's what to do to optimize content on your homepage. You can't sell much on mobile devices if you aren't using a responsive theme that's compatible on mobiles. Kadence is a mobile-friendly and responsive theme. Let's test the website for mobile friendliness. Open up the home page and I inspect from my Google Chrome browser inspector tool. Scrolling through the home page, we both view that everything's looking outstanding except the headings. I need to fix the headings for sure. Every browser applies a root font size of 16 pixels to any document. Likewise, users can go into their browser settings, as I'm doing now, and specify their preferred font size. There it is, the default 16 font size. When you set the font size in pixels, the text will always render at that size, regardless of what font size a user prefers. Pixel is the most popular font size unit for screen. However, it is an absolute font size unit. An excellent turnaround is to use a relative RAM unit. Relative units such as RAM is extremely valuable for styling a responsive site because it scales relative to the font size of the root document. In the meantime, let's come back to WordPress editor to change the font settings for the headings. I always like to use the list view to see all the blocks within a page. Switch to Mobile's view from your right-hand side to change the font sizes and the font heights to RAM units. Okay, it's this one. These two texts are completely overlapped. To the right-hand side and under the line height, click on the pixel box and change to the RAM unit. Then I type in 02. It seems to me it's not enough. Let's increase by clicking in this top arrow. Oh, much better now with 1 RAM. I keep increasing its value. I think 2 RAMs is good for me. Then I change the font size to 1.5 RAMs. I like it this way. Another great thing you can do here is to adjust the spacing around the heading element, the padding around the element. At the moment there's 100 top and bottom padding around it. I only want to focus myself on changing the font settings to the RAM unit so you can check for yourself. Let's proceed. Moving down the page, here's another advanced text block that really needs to be fixed. And then from the right-hand side, I change the line height to the RAM unit just like before. I inserted a 2 value just like you are watching. As you can see, changing the font settings to a relative one like the RAM makes magic. So, to recap, I suggest you always use the RAM unit when it comes to optimize fonts for mobiles. I kept changing my font settings units. For the title, I have changed to a 2 RAM in the line height, and for the font size, I have set a 2.3 value. I have changed as well the bottom width. I don't like it as it is, so I adjust the bottom width to a small one. Let's check out. There you go. It looks perfect to me. Well, RAM's units have made the day. Checking the shop page for mobiles. I have opened it up and we are previewing a small iPhone, 375 width. It looks perfect. I don't think I really need to adjust anything. One column layout is the way to go. Did you know you can control this? Let me show you where you can customize it. Navigate over to the customizer and under the WooCommerce tab, choose the catalog option. Scroll down to the bottom. It's the last one. Mobile columns layout is set to one single column. I really hope you guys find this video helpful and valuable. If so, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Share it with your friends on your social media channels. If you enjoyed the video, then you probably really enjoyed this next video. So if you click on the screen right now, you can go and watch that. If you have any doubts and questions, please leave them in the comments section below. I will do my best to help you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day wherever you are.